Welcome to a Vision podcast. I'm Camila and today we're talking about Music is My Passion with our guest Ibrahim Zoroub. Hi Ibrahim, thank you for joining us.
Hi Camila, thank you for having me today as part of your AD Vision podcast. And I'm honored to be here to share my passion for music.
So our first question is, would you say that music is one of your passions and how is it important to you?
Yes, for sure. I think music is one of my strongest passions actually in life, and that started at a very young age. Actually, growing up, my father was a breakdancer, and he was involved in all. Music played a big role in his life, and he really helped my passion for music evolve from such a young age, and a diverse range of music as well. And how music is important to me personally in my life, I think music really helps me in dire situations. So like if I'm stressed, I can go and listen to some jazz. If I have like an important meeting or an important interview that's coming up, I just put on some rap or some techno and just get my heart rate up and just put me in the right state of mind to do what I have to do. So I think it's rather important in my life, in the day-to-day life especially.
Wow, that's super interesting. And what kind of music inspires you?
That's a tough question actually, because all type of music inspires me except, sorry rock lovers, hard rock and metal rock is a no-no. But really everything else from classical to jazz to some pop sometimes, but mostly rap music as well, hip-hop. I grew up on hip-hop, so it was always an inspiration from artists like Kanye, Eminem, Tupac. And then, when it comes to classical, it's like more Beethoven, Vivaldi, Mozart. So yeah, the list goes on.
Mm-hmm. Do you play any instruments yourself?
I can say I'm quite average with a keyboard, like an electronic keyboard, and I do DJ myself, so I mix music. But I'm looking into music production, hopefully in the future. So yeah.
So have you ever wanted to become a musician?
As a kid, actually, growing up, seeing like the likes of Justin Timberlake or 50 Cent. Eminem, like I grew up to that music, and as I'm growing up I really wanted to be a hip-hop artist for some reason, although it might be a little odd being like a kid in Dubai, but I definitely had that desire to become a musician, but that died along the way.
Describe how music makes you feel.
Music, well, depending on the genre of music, of course, but music generally helps me to be in a more positive and more content space. Specifically, like it helps me with my mindfulness. So, I could use music for some motivation. If I'm at the gym, if I'm going for a jog, the right track would put me on the right track, literally, and music can also give you a lot of power, like sometimes, or if at dark times, like at times where you feel like, you need some solitude or just some time alone, and some time alone with music, can never harm. It always puts you back on your feet and ready to, just go out there and get it.
Yeah, of course. Who's your favorite musician artist?
Well, I don't have a favorite because that's a little tough question, given that I really do have a really diverse taste in music. But I'd definitely say Kanye West was a big role for me. Beethoven with his Symphony 3, 5 and 9 was also really an inspiration. Easily could also say Eminem and Frank Sinatra. Yeah.
It's very interesting. So what's your favorite music genre?
Again, that's a very tough question, but I think house music and techno could easily be listed as my favorite music genres, and the reason being I feel like it's a universal language. So music generally is a universal language, regardless of our cultures or regardless of who we are as people, our backgrounds. When you're at a space and there's music playing, you feel like that's the one thing that unites everybody, and that's the one thing that really brings people together, and it's something that everyone, regardless of, you know, their ethnic backgrounds or cultural backgrounds or whatever it may be, in the end of the day, as human beings, I think music can really help us connect at a very deep spiritual level that otherwise is a little hard to reach. And yeah,
that's for sure. Thank you for joining us again and sharing your passion for music. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure was all mine. Thank you for having me as part of your AUD Vision Music is My Passion podcast. And good luck.
Thank you.